Okay, thank you so much, Ma'am Daph and Ma'am Cara for that introduction. Kumusta po tayo? Ang participants natin para nakatulog yung mga diwa nila kasi parating na si B. 2 days na lang. Kumusta po tayo? Ay, mahina pa rin. Kumusta po tayo? Palakas ng palakas. Okay? Para sa ganun, mabuhay ang ating mga diwa tungkol sa matatag curriculum. Gagawa po tayo ng matatag clap. Sabay-sabaw po tayo. Alam niyo po ba ang matatag clap? Ay, hindi pa, sabi ni Sir Leo. Okay, sabay-sabay po tayo. Matatag clap. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. SDO, City of San Fernando, matatag. Pa. Okay, sabay-sabaw. Lahat po tayo. Grade 4 participants. 5, 6, 7, go. Handa. Okay, sige. Habang patuloy tayo, ulitin natin ang matatag clap. Sabay-sabay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. STO, City of San Fernando. Matatag. Pa. Dapat magdating conviction na. Kasi yung matatag, lalo na yung letter G, mayroon siyang ano yung letter G kaya sa matatag? Oh, give support to teachers para na ang Big B natin. Once more, matatag clap, sabay-sabaw, go! SDO, City of San Fernando, matatag! Okay, line back na. Okay, so to start with, sir, kapag tinawag ko po ang iyong subject area, dapat magbigay kayo ng isang umating abong na matatag clap at saka how do you feel today about the fast approaching Big B, ang bonus natin. At of course, matatanggap na natin kung ano man ang matatag agenda. So sabay-sabay po kayo per subject kung ano yung nararamdaman ninyo. Matatag clap, after yung matatag clap, meron kayong nararamdaman. Okay, I will give you 5 seconds. Okay, 5 seconds is enough. Sir, ang ating English area, Ma'am Mary Ann Valdez, Ma'am Malen, Ma'am Mary Grace, Ma'am Jennifer, Ma'am Rosel, Ma'am Sir Aljon, Ma'am Michelle, Ma'am Lovely, Ma'am Hexel, Ma'am Ivy, Ma'am Liana, Ma'am Abigail, Ma'am Pines, Ma'am Josephine, Ma'am Elizabeth, and Ma'am Marie. Nasaan ang English group? Ayan, matatag na sila. Okay? Let's kick it off for matatag English group. 5, 6, 7, go! Best. To my best. Siyempre may better, ano. Okay. Next. How about Filipino group? Ma'am Carol, Sir Abner, Ma'am Helen, Ma'am Jennifer, Ma'am Elvira, Ma'am Bernadette, Ma'am Bless, Ma'am Jennifer, Ma'am Lisa, Ma'am Aileen, Sir Alan J, Ma'am Jocelyn, Ma'am Gemma, and Ma'am Diane Clay. Ready, matatag Filipino group? Okay. Go! Wow, excited. Okay. So, let's give it up to Mathematics. Ma'am Hannah, Ma'am Melissa, Ma'am Minal, Ma'am Sir Manuel, Ma'am Rita, Ma'am Rizalin, Hidalgo, Ma'am Magday, Ma'am Gloria, Ma'am Sir Leo, Ma'am Helen, Ma'am Milagros, Sir Roy, Sir Alfie, Ma'am Charita, Ma'am Sir Reynaldo, Ma'am Tessie, and Sir Erwin. Okay, Matt? Sigurado hindi ko maturo.
In the journey of the matatag curriculum, let us lend our ears to our OLC Assistant Principal of our host school, San Fernando South Central Integrated School, the
Thank you very much, Ma'am Daphne and Ma'am Ramirez, our astounding masters of ceremonies. Let us give them a resounding applause, please. Thank you very much. To our family schools division superintendent, Dr. Lizardo Alcantara, and our assistant schools division superintendent, Dr. Nestor Sierrana, equal competent chiefs of the schools division office, Curriculum and Implementation Division 2, Dr. Ricardo P. Posares, who is currently celebrating his birthday today. Our SDOB 2, Dr. Semery P. Almeida, hardworking education program supervisors, other friends from the SDO, high caliber school heads, eloquent learning facilitators, active participants, friends, ladies and gentlemen, isang matatag na umaga po sa ating lahat. Today, we convene as one and embark another journey of professional growth and development in the educational landscape. The 5-day teachers training will surely be exciting, informative, and fruitful, since it aims to equip educators and school leaders with the necessary knowledge, skills, competencies to effectively implement the matatag curriculum. And we are more than willing and glad to serve as the host school on this significant endeavor. For your necessities, we have a comfort room at the back, a water dispenser, so classrooms to use during breakout rooms, have comfort rooms inside. So should you have other concerns, requests, and needs, the whole San Fernando South Central Integrated School family is more than willing to attend to your needs. So in behalf of the whole San Fernando South Central Integrated School family, headed of course by our innovative and transformative school principal no less than Arlene B. Babrico, the teaching, non-teaching, and learners of San Fernando South Central Integrated School, I welcome you all confidently, Lamar. So as you stay in our humble institution, please feel free to relax and enjoy. Again, good morning to each and everyone, and welcome to our humble institution, San Fernando South Central Integrated School.
Thank you, Sir J.
Okay, so thank you very much, Ma'am Jen, for that very kind introduction. So may we give another sounding applause for our beloved ASBS. Let us give our matatag clap with conviction. Ready, go! Okay. Matatag, yes. So I just hope that everybody is ready for this training kakabsat. So isang matatag na umaga sa ating lahat. Alam namin na you're all busy. Ang dami tumatakbo sa mga utak natin. Pero kailangan let's stop for a while and give our focus to this training. Why? Because our DepEd Secretary is really serious about this matter. So just like what our beloved ASBS told us a while back, tayo yung mangunguna dito, tayo yung mangunguna dito. Okay, so this morning, I am assigned to discuss with you the general shape of the curriculum. Okay, ikaw na lang, sir. Para mas masaya. Yes. And in this session, under this session, we are going to, or I am going to present to you a brief explanation of the context of the K-12 program, the curriculum review process, and factors which guided the revisions, salient features of the matatag curriculum, and aspirations and yung susunod. So, in this session, you will be oriented with the general shape of the matatag curriculum kakabsat, grade 4 teachers in the schools division of San Fernando. At the end of the session, you are expected to first understand the context of the K-12 program. Second, describe the curriculum revision process and factors that guided the revisions. That's why you need to take down notes, because you will be having an activity. When it comes to outposts, very serious po tayo sa mga outposts. Binibilang po yan at the end of the day by our respective advisors or our respective facilitators in the different learning areas. Thirdly, we are going to identify the salient features of the matatag curriculum. What is the difference of this matatag curriculum that they are now giving us to the previous curriculum? And fourth, reflect on the aspirations and ways forward of the matatag curriculum. Are we getting better because of the new curriculum? Okay, it's still a question that needs an answer at the end of this training. Okay, so right? So, looking at the slides, this will lead us to the realizations of the next topics. So, we are guided by these professional standards. These are the things that we need to address at the end of this session. So, Philippine Professional Standard for Supervisors, Domain 1, i-address ng activity or ng session na ito. Nasa session 1 po tayo. Supporting curriculum management and implementation. Professional standards for school heads under Domain 3, focusing on teaching and learning. And for you, teachers, Domain 4, curriculum and planning. So our session flow will go this way. We will have our preliminary activity first, to be followed by the processing of learning experience, the discussion of the general shape of the matatag curriculum. And I know that you already have a copy with you. You were instructed by respective school heads that before you will come to South Central, dapat aside from the data, meron na kayong copy ng general shape of the matatag curriculum at dapat nabasa na rin natin. Para pag may activity, yes, very good man. Pag may activity mamaya, kayang-kaya na natin sagutin. We will have our reflection and forward all at once to the implementation of the curriculum. Are you ready, Filipino group? Oh, mahina. Filipino group? English group? Math group? Science? AP? Okay, aralin panlipunan. Parang hindi ko sila makita. So yung hindi nagsasalita siya, tatawagin ko mamaya. Well, meron akong boleta dito at may mga pangalan na sa aking boleta. Sila ang tatawagin ko na magsasalita. So let me discuss the mechanics. Our classes have distributed already our colored data cards. Each color represents the element of the retrospective. Hot air, orange, blue, sunny skies, brown, sandbags, and white, dark clouds. So, saray, maganda na pala. Pakibalik na naman isa-isa. Yes, isa-isahin natin. Please listen first for the instruction. So, for hot air, what are the things pushing us along? Makinig kayo. Dapat may secretary, may leader sa bawat grupo. May rapporteur at meron din magre-report. So there should be a leader, may secretary, kasi dapat lahat makikipag-participate. Okay, hot air, what are the things pushing us along? Maglagay kayo ng at least 4 in your meta card. Okay, sunny skies, alright. Okay, the picture din dapat. For sunny skies, under blue meta card, huwag pairayan ng bunga, kapatid. What positive things are ahead of us? Diba? What positive things are ahead of us? Ano yung mga magagandang bagay na mararanasan natin? Okay, and next, for the sandbags, sandbags, I know na alam ninyo ang sandbags. What slows us down or holds us back? In the implementation of the new curriculum, ano yung mga possible na roadblocks natin? Ano yung mga magiging challenges natin? Ano yung mga pumipigil sa atin? Before coming to this training, ay na, training mo na. Pero hindi pala, kasi magmanukay ang training. That's why dapat masaya kayo ngayon kasi sa wakas may training na. Okay, and the last, the right, what problems or obstacles are coming up? Okay, pwedeng dalawa sa dark clouds, pwedeng tatlo sa sandbags, 4 sa sunny skies, and 4 din sa hot air. Okay, so, for 2 minutes, please write your answers in the meta cards, and afterwards, we will try to process the activity. Okay, sino ang timer natin? Okay, timer. Yes, 4, 3, 2, 2. Okay, interesting and difficult. How about you, sir? From North Santa. Well, tatay ka ng pastansa. Tatay ka ng taas. Well, that's why we are now processing. Yes. Oh, very good, mga honor. Oh. How did you find the activity?
Difficult in recording.
Okay, difficult daw. Bakit naman difficult? Parang inihambing lang natin sa buhay natin yan. At parang inihambing lang natin sa bagong curriculum yan. Okay, next question. Siyempre, kung saan yung maingay, silang sasagot. Next. How do curriculum standards contribute to educational consistency and quality? Kailangan talaga. Kailangan doktor sa pitawagan ko yan. Doktor ito. Yes. Ano? Magandang nagawa. Okay. Okay, one. So, how? Are you ready, Ma'am Mario? To answer? Ma'am?
How do we standards contribute to educational consistency and quality? So we're going to think first by through curriculum, we can widen our knowledge and to apply our following that our school.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Very good. Wow, sila yun na. How do curriculum standards contribute to educational consistency and quality?
Curriculum standards contribute to educational consistent quality. It is a very essential element because it serves as a guide for teachers in planning the lesson plan, objectives, and the different factors affecting the teaching, learning, instruction inside our classroom.
Wow, palapakan naman natin. Pati rin si Ma'am Mario at Ma'am Carol kanina. Busy pa rin si Ma'am Carol. Don't worry, Ma'am Carol. Pwede ka nang mag-relax. Okay, next. Next slide. Okay, kulang sa kaganda na natin yung mga. Why is there a need to align curriculum standards with appropriate instructional practices? Why, oh why? Why do we need to align? Yan ang isa sa problema natin. Kaya tayo nagbago ng curriculum. Are you ready to decide? Oh, right.
The question is why is there
O, sana may tagabigay pala ng microphone na kanina siya.
instruction practice? I guess we need to align the curriculum standards with the appropriate instructional practices because we intensify the implementation of the curriculum to the learners. So, para po mas maibahagi natin sa mga bata yung talagang gusto mangyari ng ating patatag curriculum po or yung curriculum natin ngayon.
Okay, pinapakan naman natin. Bagong-bagong picture para may sense. Tama ang sinabi niya. Sino ba ang gustong magdagdag? Before we will go to the next question. May next question pa ba? Wala na. Okay. So, thank you very much for your responses. Grade 4 teachers. Curriculum standards provide a shared framework that promotes consistency, accountability, and quality in education. Remember that failure to align instructional practices with curriculum standards can lead to a lack of clarity and educational outcomes such as misalignment of learning objectives and inconsistent classroom practices. Nayuna, kaya naman sa awal kakagsa, dati ng curriculum, nag-brug-brug, kumbaga pinake up, nag-push-pull, nagado. Iso nga, yung tiro kay Brigatio, kasta na una, Brigatio. Iso nga, let's take a look in our next slide. In August 2023, the Department of Education launched the Matatag curriculum. It was a culmination of the intended curriculum review, followed by a series of activities which include the development, validation, and finalization of the revised K-10 curriculum, now called Matatag Curriculum. These activities were spearheaded by the Bureau of Curriculum Development under the Curriculum and Teaching Standard. Now, in this video that we're going to watch, the context of the Matatag curriculum is being discussed. Please bring out your notebooks. You need to take down notes in order for you to be able to answer the next activity. Individual na po yun. Isasubmit po natin sa ating mga advisors at facilitators. Take it away, Sir Rai. The first video, the first
review, we proceeded with the configuration process, which took about 2 years and entailed a series of steps, from the development of the shaping papers and curriculum guides and validation of these documents to the revision, public review, and finalization of the shaping papers and curriculum guides. The public review of the shaping papers and curriculum guides was a new step in the curriculum revision process. This was the initiative of the Vice President and Secretary herself when she vowed to be transparent with curriculum guides. That is, sharing these documents to interested education stakeholders to help us develop a robust curriculum. In this huge task of revising the curriculum, we have listened to various voices and perspectives and showed our commitment to engage our stakeholders in making decisions crucial to the future of every Filipino learner. We have engaged a sizable number of collaborators and contributors composed of ed specialists, ed teachers, school heads, and supervisors, consultants, experts from higher education institutions such as the University of the Philippines, Academia University, the National University, University of San Tomas, and Philippine Normal University, among others. External stakeholders, including civil society organizations such as Alliance for the Family Foundation Philippines, and industry leaders like the Tourism Industry Board Foundation and IT and Business Process Association of the Philippines, and government stakeholders, private schools, the Catholic Educational Association of the Philippines, Association of Christian Schools, Colleges and Universities, and the Philippine Association of Colleges and Universities and Organizations, and even international experts. After going through the revision process, we have subjected the curriculum to a public review, which, as I have previously mentioned, is something novel, as this was the first time that the national curriculum was subjected to public scrutiny and encouraged the public and interested stakeholders to provide feedback on the shaping papers and curriculum guides for kindergarten to grade 1. From the 4,843 respondents, composed of students, teachers, school owners, government agencies, private organizations, and non-governmental organizations, and others, we have generated 96% public approval rate for the general shaping paper, which served as guide in developing the shaping papers and curriculum guides for all learning areas. The results of the survey revealed that the goals, features, pedagogy, and assessment of the curriculum are appropriate and clear, the competencies are appropriate to the learners' levels, and the curriculum puts focus on literacy and numeracy skills. It is important to highlight that we meticulously considered our qualitative feedback and conducted revisions following the public review.
Okay, ready ba ang EPP group? O, parang hindi. Ang ESP, ready ba? O, napaka-clear ng pag-discuss ni ma'am sa video. So, what are the 3 curriculum review findings? ESP. Ay, ready. Ang EPP, sige. Ma'am, kindly stand up from North Central. Okay.
Ma'am, the findings are appropriate and clear goals, features,
Nag kayo, pag-answer, nag-take down notes kayo, mag-answeran tayo to the next activity may individual. Kailangan nyo tayo nakapagpakas na tayo graduate school ka. Okay, again?
The 3 findings are appropriate and clear goals, features, pedagogy, and assessment, appropriate competencies to the learner's levels, and focus on literacy and numeracy.
Okay, pakiulit nga yun, Sheila. O, Sheila, Mike Cruz. O, microphone. Kuran ako, microphone. Asan ang mga facilitators? Talaga na isurat, dan. Talaga ito may surat, hindi ko yung next activity.
Appropriate and clear goals, features, pedagogy, and assessment. Second, appropriate competencies to the learners levels, and focus on literacy and numeracy.
Okay, very good. Kayong dalawa, palakpakan natin. O, mahina, dapat palakpak tayo lahat. We are here, may budget tayo every day from our merienda, lunch. O, kailangan bawat sentimo na gagastusin ang bucket sa atin dito ay sulit. So, other than the shifting local and international landscape and education, what do you think are the other contributors to the development of the general shaping paper of the matatag curriculum? Asan ang science? Science group? Ayan dan? Yes, ma'am. Even sa tatlong binanggit na factors, ano pa yung ibang naging dahilan ng ating department and bureaus kung bakit nagkaroon tayo ng isang bagong curriculum at ito nga ang matatag curriculum? Anyone can answer? Oh. Yes? Kawan ba? Tanong ko kay Pantay Giganti Filipino or Giganti Mape? Yes. Ada? O, ang niya na binanod yun. Yes, Ma'am Tessie. Ready ka? Yes, si Ma'am Tessie. From South Central naman kayo. Okay, kanina from saan ka? China? From Dandanayan and North, ngayon sa South naman. So, yung mga taga-Katbanayan, kayo lang susunod. Okay, yes, Ma'am?
Based on our improvement, one of the factors why curriculum revision is they found out that K-12 curriculum are congested.
Yes, that's why. It's congested. What else? What else? O, Katbanan. Katalimantan. Katbanan. Okay, awan pa, ma'am? Aside from it is congested, niya kay inaisulat kayo, patay, kapsat. Okay, how about the master teacher
from the public review of the revised curriculum that was April 18, May 2023, thereby 96% public approval.
Yes! Okay, palapakan natin. Bakit wala nakita? Kahit lang yung siyak natin, ha? Dapat aktibo tayo sa pagpapalakpak. Again, go! So I'm going to repeat kabagsat na curriculum revision is a lengthy process. In fact, it took the Bureau of Curriculum Development more than a year to craft, validate, finalize, and further revise the learning standards based on the inputs from the public review, kagaya ng sinabi ng Maylin, and suggestions from international experts. Take note, international experts. So the following video will explain the curriculum revision process and the results of the public review. Okay.
Our revision of the curriculum was guided by several key factors, including the insights gleaned from the curriculum review findings, international large-scale assessment results, and international benchmarks, and alignment with the overarching goals outlined in the Nakatag Education Agenda. We also follow some basic learning principles. Learning is not possible in an overload. Curriculum overload can be a stressor to students and teachers and even serve as an impediment to learning. Learning competencies must be age appropriate. When adults expect young children to master skills for which the necessary maturity is not yet informed, we are maintaining healthy brain development by excessively stressing the child and push and rush the child's desire to learn will be converted based on the learning skills involved. Learning starts from what learners already know and can do. Learning something new is predicated on what one already knows. For example, prior knowledge. Prior knowledge would reduce cognitive load, leading to better learning engagement. Learning involves progression, where more complex skills are built on foundational skills. Much learning tends to follow an expected path or progression, where more complex skills are built on foundational skills. For example, gross motor development in the early years tend to follow a typical intent.
Okay, so very clear, Kagsat. So what were the feedback gathered in the public review of the draft of the curriculum? Erica ba? Erica. Anong school mo na ngayon, Erica? Yes, Raklan. Ano yung mga feedback na nag-gather during the review? Tanuhan tayo magkulaan Kagsat yan eh. Just a week of ay damot yung matatag. Oh, di ba? Erica, what were the feedback? Okay, very good.
But then let me just emphasize the first one. Is learning is possible in an overcrowded curriculum? Maybe this word overcrowded pertains to the mainly the competencies and at the same time the number of people inside the classroom.
Okay, isa lang yun. Ano pa? Sino pa makapagbibigay ng isa? Yes, ma'am, from Dalupinas. Microphone, please.
Sagad, may next video pa. Learning competencies must be age appropriate.
Yes, correct. Pang grade 1 na ito, then getting there, tawag tayo di private. Ano pa?
choice from what learners already know and can do. I think there should be a prior knowledge for doing the...
Yes, very good, ma'am. That's key, ma'am. Prior knowledge. Yes, ma'am, from Tanawan.
Learning involves progression, where complex skills are built on foundational skills.
Okay, correct. And let us not forget that we should start from where the learner is. K to 12 way, na-flash that time. Start from where the learner is. Meaning, kailangan mag-backward ka, hamong ipilit ni Sunsal. The skyflakes na di na kaya. Okay, ngayon. So, there are 3 factors that guided the revision of the curriculum, right? Nabanggit na kanina. This video will explain the key factors that guided the development of the Matatag curriculum. Let's find them out. Right?
What are the main features of the Matatag curriculum? The main features are focused on foundational skills. So we focus on literacy and numeracy skills in K to 3. The congested curriculum. We significantly reduce the number of learning competencies. Balanced cognitive demands. As the grade level progresses, there is a shift from the focus on the low levels to higher order thinking skills. Clearer articulation of 21st century skills. So there is an emphasis on the 21st century skills such as information, media and technology skills, learning and innovation skills, communication skills, and life and career skills. Reduce learning areas. Reduce learning areas from 7 to 5 to stage 1. Intensified values education and strengthen peace education. Intensification of values formation of learners through good manners and right conduct, and values education in adherence to the Republic Act 11476 and integration of these concepts into the curriculum, and we make sure that our curriculum is on par with international standards. Our major concern was the congestion of the curriculum, which necessitated streamlining its intent and content. As seen on this slide, the Matatag curriculum for grade 1 has shifted from offering 7 learning areas to only 5 that focus on strengthening literacy and numeracy. New learning areas, language, reading and literacy, and pambasa are introduced. These learning areas have been deliberately crafted rather than simply merging or integrating the existing learning areas. The creation of the language curriculum gives more emphasis to the development of oral language skills for communication in the learner's first language, which is essential in developing foundational skills for literacy and learning other relevant areas. Reading and literacy equips learners with a strong foundation in reading skills, comprehension, and critical thinking, and concurrently fosters a love for reading and helps learners develop the necessary skills to become confident and proficient readers. Mathematics remains a significant part of the Matatag curriculum. Mathematics is not just about numbers and equations, but equips students with problem-solving abilities, logical reasoning skills, and a capacity to think analytically, all critical for their future endeavors. In the Matatag curriculum, our goal is to move beyond rote learning and make mathematics an engaging and teaching learning area for our students as early as they can. skills from civics, arts and culture, history, and physical education and health. Layunin ng mga bansa na maitintag sa mga kaisipan ng mga mag-aaral ang lalaking na pagkakas sa sarili at pinagpiling pagkakilala bilang isang Pilipino na napakilala sa kanyang pagiging pagkakaroon ng komunidad, bayan, lungsod, lalawigan at pagiging. Payayabuhin mga pagkakalipunan sa mga susunod na paitan ang nasyonalismo, patriotismo at kagalingan pagsibiko bilang isang Pilipino, Asyano at mamamayan ng país. Finally, the fifth political complex of this program is GMRC, or Good Manners and Right Conduct, which we believe needs more emphasis in a world that is increasingly without borders, where we need to teach learners how to respectfully engage various relational dynamics in a changing world and be inclusive citizens of their communities and the world. In sum, we will boost the learning areas with only 5 for grade 1 and grade 2, 6 for grade 3, and 8 for grades 4 and 5.
Okay.
Ang bansa ang nagdalayo makapagod ng isang aktiong takhan sa pamamagitan ng pagmamahal ng mga halaga sa bayan, nagpapangalan sa mga pagkakailangan, pagkamanikain, pagkamalusog, at pagkipag-ulayan sa kapwa at sa iba pang aspeto ng likuran tungo sa pagiging munisipal ng Pilipinong taglay ang ikalawang isang siglo kasalanan. Layunin nito makaunlad ng mga mag-aaral ng pagkakailangan sa sarili at kultura ng pamamayan, kasanayan upang maging mabusog at pagkakaroon at may kakayahang magpag-ulayan sa kapwa at pamamayan. Kabansa will be reinforced in grades 4 to 10 as learners examine and understand nationalism in the context of the national narratives, Southeast Asian context, and global dynamics and processes in panalitan ng Pilipino. Sa munang isipan pala ng mga bata ay nakikinig pa lang sa kanila na alamin ang Pilipinas at sa mga susunod na balitan maipamulat ng mga kanilito at pagsisilbihan nila. Know the Philippines, love the Philippines, and serve the Philippines is heavily inculcated in mga bansa and aralin ng learning areas and widest their understanding as they tackle Southeast Asian context and global dynamics and processes.
Yes, so finally, na-unlock na.
70% while ensuring that the heavier weights of the learning areas will be on English, Filipino, science, mathematics, and or technical livelihood education, all of which supports our focus on the essential skills of literacy and numeracy. The act of investing our curriculum
tingnan mo mabuti.
and focusing on the essential elements of learning has profound implications for our learners' educational experiences. First, this approach now provides learners with the time needed to truly understand and assimilate the foundational elements of learning rather than simply doctrine in a basarary practice. Second, a less crowded curriculum allows learners to focus more intently on each learning area, leading to a deeper comprehension and retention of knowledge. Ultimately, the net effect of this transformation is a more targeted, effective, and meaningful learning experience. We ensure that all components under each 21st century skill are clearly defined with specific examples that manifest in various learning areas. We recognize the importance of reinforcing the 21st century skills of our Filipino learners, aiming to equip them beyond just the traditional learning domains. The focus is on developing competencies that are vital in the These include digital literacy. As we inhabit an increasingly digital world, the curriculum aims to enhance learners' ability to use, relate, and understand digital media, ensuring they can navigate this digital age effectively. Critical thinking and problem solving. These skills are paramount in a complex world. We aim to enhance learners' capacity to analyze situations, make decisions, and solve problems creatively and efficiently. Future orientation of thinking. This refers to the ability to anticipate future trends and consequences, demonstrating forward thinking and strategic planning skills, crucial in rapidly evolving world. Resilience and adversity management. This skill set empowers students to face challenges, recover from setbacks, adapt to change, and keep going in the face of adversity. By strengthening these key areas, an adaptive curriculum aims to ensure that our learners are not only knowledgeable, but also adaptable, forward-thinking, resilient, and well-equipped for the 21st century. Values education is now intensified to ensure we inculcate the right values across all levels, from kindergarten to grade 10. We have done this by introducing good manners and right conduct in kindergarten to grade 6 and values education in grade 7 to 10. This is also in keeping with the GMRC and values education law. The focus here is on nurturing the learner's essential social-emotional skills such as empathy and resilience, contributing to their emotional well-being and interpersonal relationships, and ultimately building a strong character. O ang tapang umarap sa anumang hamon, foster social responsibility, and encourage active community participation. Ang pagsasabuhay ng pagmamahal sa Diyos, sarili, pamilya at kapwa, kalikasan, bansa at daigdig, tungo sa pamilihan ng lahat ay tinutulong nito sapagkat ang pinulungan ng asikatulan nito ay makapagpulong ng kabataang Pilipino na nagpapasya ng napanagitan, kumikilos ng liwasang pag-uugali at pagpili sa Pilipinas. According to the United Nations, in strengthening peace education, learners are provided with a set of values, attitudes, laws of behavior, and ways of life that stand against violence and prevent conflicts by tackling their root causes to solve problems through peaceful dialogue and negotiation among individuals, groups, and nations. These education concepts such as self-awareness, community engagement, rights and responsibilities, community resilience, human security, disaster-based reduction and mitigation, and peace security, among others, are systematically integrated in the different areas across different levels. Vision, concepts such as culture and intercultural relations, environmental stewardship, and local, national, and global systems and processes which are found in the Bansa, Aralita Pagkukunan, GMRC and Values Education, Science, and even MAPE, Advanced Peace Education in the Philippines. These are the results following an expanded environment model which starts at the personal level, followed by regional, local, national, and global perspectives. Finally, these are articulated not only in cognitive dimensions, but more importantly, in social-emotional aspects and critical pillars, which ensure holistic development among Filipino learners.
Yes! So, palakpakan naman natin yun. Very clear. Matatag ka. Ready curriculum will be discussed further by the next speaker. Okay, so, facilitators, for your next output, paki-take home na ito, ibigay na lang ninyo bukas. Kasi wala na tayong enough time. And we distribute 1 each. Isa bawat participant. So you're going to fill up the necessary spaces there for my journey. So we're not going to use the padlet. We're going to use that piece of paper. So my learning journey. The curriculum revision process, stage 1. The salient features of the Matatak curriculum, stage 2. Ay, hanggang mamayang hapon. Okay. Anong oras? 5 o'clock. Yes, isubmit na lang yan sa kanilang facilitators sa mga rooms nila. Papakuha ko doon. Okay. And stage 3, ways forward of the Matatak curriculum. So, if you were keen enough, at nag-picture kayo, nag-discuss kayo, you have your shaping paper, madali na lang ninyong masasagot yan. Okay, next slide, Saray. I'm about to say goodbye. So, these are the things that pushing us along. Sir? Commitment to public service, our personal philosophy, i-check nyo na yung mga sagot nyo, our societal changes, and of course, our educational trends. Next. Sir, what positive things are ahead of us? Of course, the improvement in the quality of learning, better learning and teaching performance, and our what slows us down, hold us back, our sandbags, of course, our resources. Nasabi ni Sir Vilania kanina, baka sa opening of classes, wala pa tayong materials. So, watch out, their school heads, teacher training, and professional development. Hindi naman lahat ng magtuturo ng mga subjects na yan ay nandito ngayon. So, it's your obligation, your responsibility, together with your school head, to train the rest. And what are our problems or obstacles that are coming up? Symbolized by our dark clouds. Number 1, our curriculum support system. Yun lang ba? Okay. And to end up, ladies and gentlemen, kasi may susunod na sa akin at hindi ako pwedeng mag-overtime. A good curriculum is not about covering content. It's about creating experiences for students to engage with and make meaning of the content. That is actually the contextualization of the curriculum, which is equal also to its localization. So, this recognizes that students are more likely to retain and apply knowledge when they are actively involved in the learning process and can relate in the content to their own experiences. So, dear teachers of grade 4, let us make the curriculum relevant and very meaningful to our learners. Let us all journey in creating meaningful experiences, a curriculum that aims to inspire curiosity, thinking, and a genuine interest in learning, fostering a deeper and more lasting understanding of the standards. With this, again, thank you very much, and I would love to hear for the last time, babalik ako sa Friday, your Matatak curriculum. Ready, go! Yes, mabuhay